sometimes my left boob's bigger than my right boob.
That's from the...
Okay, let's go back to the COVID conversation.
The COVID convo?
The COVID convo. I actually, some texter pointed this out, and I'm thinking maybe that's where it came from. I have psoriasis now from probably COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How about that?
I thought you never had COVID.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Had COVID. Yes, he did.
You did.
Did you have a stroke, Skeery?
Am I the only person here that's never had COVID?
Skeery. No, you've had it like 6
times.
You just didn't test that time. Remember a couple weeks ago? Let's not even
All right,
go
let's
there.
move past that.
So, who's everybody voting for?
Yeah.
My favorite was Skeery testing like a week after the fact. He's like,
no, it was like
look,
10
guys,
days. Look, guys, negative.
Look, guys, it's negative. I'm like, no
my
shit,
God.
Sherlock.
What strand is it now? The 11th, 12th?
I had it twice. So
You had it twice within like 3 months.
That's crazy to me.
Danielle.
Yeah, I had it twice within 3 months. So don't say you can't. And I asked the doctor that. I said, I don't understand. I thought I couldn't get it again. He goes, Danielle, there's so many different kinds out there that just because you got one doesn't mean you can't get the other ones in a month or two later.
That's what my doctor said. So he's like, we're discovering new things about this every day. Literally every day a paper is being published about this with new findings, new long-term effects. I mean, it's probably the most studied disease ever. Period.
It's also really fascinating how people react to it, and when they don't get all of the answers to everything immediately, they just disregard any information. I'm not saying that's scary, but I'm just saying that some people they think that we can Google everything now. We have every answer to everything, but this is new to most. I mean, everybody really. So of course information is going to change, and of course we're going to get different guidance than we originally started with. So it's really showing how inflexible people have become, just expecting to have every answer to everything.
And it's crazy how it's different every time too. Like the first time I got it, I thought I was dying. My head, this time I'm more exhausted than I've ever been since having it. But it was more of a really, really terrible head cold. So it just depends on how it hits you and whatever. But who knows?
Both times for me were like a cold, a tough cold.
Well, and weren't you saying something about your period?
Yes. Also, before we go down this path, does this make you guys uncomfortable?
What a transition, by the way.
Listen, I don't have them. I would like to know if I have a problem with mine, so I'm glad that you noticed a problem with yours.
Yeah, so right after I got COVID the first time, my period was 3.5 weeks late, and it freaked me out because I am like a clock, and I couldn't figure out what's going on. Of course, I took pregnancy tests. It's coming back negative. I talked to my doctor, and my doctor said a lot of people were having this same response right after, and when we brought it up on the air, the amount of text messages we got that were saying, oh my God, me too, and I never put those things together. But my doctor said that when your body is under a lot of stress, whether you actually felt it or not, because like I said, for me, it was pretty much like a cold, but it's because my body was fighting that whole time. And that stress can do all kinds of things to your cycle. And Deanna was talking about how hers is off a little bit now, too.
Really?
I don't know if she's there.
Turn the camera back on yourself.
I can come to over here, though.
Oh, right here.
Hi, Deanna.
Hi, yeah. So I'm a 3-time COVID champion.
I think you have the record in the room, by the way.
You win, Deanna.
I know, I think I do. Yeah, and like Danielle, too, it was different each time. The first time, I thought I was going to die. Like, I was sick for like 30 days, had a fever for 25 days. It was horrible. Second time was nothing, just a headache. Third time, pretty sick, but didn't last as long. And yeah, my period has been off and like losing all my hair. Like, I don't like ever lose hair like that. And like, I literally can go like this and like get chunks out. Like, it's bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Here comes number 4.
Oh, stop it!
Skeery, get away from her right now.
Scary, I swear to God.
Remember when we couldn't joke about that? That was only about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Too soon!
Now, a guy question, though, like when you say is your period delayed, or is it just like, do you set a new like track, or I don't know?
So, I mean, I think everybody is different and everyone has like different cycles. I'm totally back to normal where I can tell you the date that it's going to happen and it happens on that date. But that first time after, I was just 3 weeks late. So then it just started, like the cycle started all over again. But 3.5 weeks later, which is a really long time for women to not get your period.
Well, was
and not
there
know
a
what's going
chance
on.
that you would have been pregnant? I mean...
Listen, there's always a chance.
Oh, wow. Playing with fire over there.
I may have COVID. My period's late.
Scary.
Scary is such an ass.
All right, I know Scotty.
Joking around in here.
Scotty B has a lot of questions about this subject. So, Scotty, let's go to you for all your questions.
I don't really have questions. It's just that I have 2 girls, and it's going to be coming up.
That's right.
And I'm gonna have to stay strong.
What do you mean you're going to
It's
have
a
to stay
part
strong?
of life.
Get a
You're
life,
gonna
man.
stay strong.
No, look, I'm happy to go buy all the necessary items. I love shopping, so I'm gonna.
You'll get the cheapest tampons ever, girls.
Oh God! Yes, please don't.
No,
That's
no,
the
I
one
know-
place. Yes,
I know
that's
you
the
can't
one
cheap
place.
out on that.
Okay,
No
thank
cardboard.
you.
I got it. I know you
Thank
can't
you.
cheap
No
out.
coupons for tampons.
Oh yes,
No.
absolutely. You stock
There
up.
are still deals, but does it make you guys all uncomfortable? Like, because the girls on the show, we have no problem talking about it to each other and in front of all of you.
No, we're all
I don't know.
adults here.
Scotty
No,
seems a
why-
little skeeved out.
Why would you be
Why
uncomfortable?
are you so skittish?
No, I'm not. It's it's just me and blood, but I'm not going to see it. So
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right, right.
Now we had to go
I'm not
there.
going to see it, so it doesn't matter.
It's
Yeah.
part of life.
Right.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
It happens. I'm convinced I get like a man period occasionally because I get.
Well, they
I think,
say that you guys do.
Yeah, because I know I'll get irritable and I guess bloated a little bit every once in a while. Do you get that, Skeery?
No, but sometimes my left boob's bigger than my right boob.
That's from the.
They go
that's
back
from
and
the
forth.
I think that's
snacking.
from eating, Skeery. I think that's too many cookies
Scotty has
and
something to say.
yeah, and scones.
I don't. I guess if I'm being honest, I guess I have a little. Sometimes I have some mood swings. But I really feel. I always tie that to the weather and the glue. Like a gloomy, dreary day like this, I'm kind
that
of
explains
angry
your one
and
boob being
antsy and
larger.
anxiety.
Not to the donuts.
I don't tie. No, I don't tie the mood.
He has period weather.
Yeah, or the spikes in sugar. No,
They
I
call
don't know.
it
I don't know
irritable
if
male
it's tied.
syndrome.
I'm not saying it's not tied to that. Who knows? I haven't done enough research on it. So.
Obviously. How about any?
It's called
Scotty, do you-
menstruation.
Menstruation.
It's menstruation.
Menstruation.
Do you menstruate, Scotty?
I think everybody does to some extent. Everybody's got a crappy day, and that could be,
I think it's a
menstruating.
hormone level thing, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Because that's
Yep.
a big part of the period, right? Because I know
Yep.
Yep.
my wife is more irritable right before it happens and more emotional. Does that still happen for you, Danielle?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, I also had thyroid cancer, so that really messed things up with my period. So I was
Yeah.
never regular. I could go 2 months and not have it, and then have it, in two weeks, and then 2 weeks later, it was crazy. But it was just my way of life because I had thyroid cancer, and it kind of imbalanced everything.
Oof.
And
The
when- and
worst
when- and when-
experiences
Sorry.
I ever really, no, it's okay, that I ever experienced was actually when I was taking birth control. I hated it. I mean, you guys know me. You've been around me every day now for 4 years. I don't have mood swings, but when I was taking those damn hormones for my birth control, I could tell you the week before it was coming because I would watch a commercial and either get devastatingly sad or devastated, or I would become outraged by absolutely nothing. Like my boyfriend would breathe wrong and I'd be like, shut the fuck up. I don't know why. Just shut up. It was terrible. I hated it. So I got off all that stuff and now I feel so much more stable.
I have
Yeah.
a question. So when you go through menopause, does just the tampon stuff stop, or does everything associated with your period stop?
Oh my goodness.
Actually, a good question.
In depth.
Yeah, no, that is
What
a
do you
valid
mean
question.
Wait. What do you mean?
A closer look with Scotty
You don't
B.
when you go through. Well, once you're through menopause,
Yeah.
you don't get your period anymore.
Well, okay, but what
You're
I'm saying,
technically they say you're technically not through menopause unless you haven't had your period for 1 full year.
I got it. But you're saying there's mood swings and all this, that, and the other. Does
No,
all,
you can still have that.
That's what I'm
because you
saying.
can
Yeah,
get-
no, they're
And-
gonna have
and
that till
new-
the end of time, Scotty.
and new
They,
stuff. New
please.
stuff can start like hot flashes and all kinds of other hormonal.
More
crap.
fun
But
stuff.
you're
Girls
but you,
never have it easy.
But you're
either
rid of the blood.
period or non-period.
you're rid of the blood. That's it.
You're
on that.
rid of the blood,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what the blood is, Scotty?
Yes, I do.
No, okay, let's continue.
Okay.
Well, but I
no,
feel
we're
like he
learning
would have
here.
made.
No.
Oh,
Gandhi.
That's what I'm saying.
her
You got
her
some
line
Wi-Fi
just cut
issues
out.
The
there.
government was trying to cut you off, Gandhi.
You're being censored.
No,
Oh,
you're,
no.
you're being flushed out. I know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scotty's
So
getting
then once
skeeved
your
out.
body's done flushing.
No, I'm not skeeved. I'm not skeeved. It is what it is. It's life.
You're so full of shit.
It really is life.
The little nervous tick of Scotty's that I've always
Scotty's-
noticed.
I'm
when
not
he's
skeeved.
nervous, he starts playing with
He
his
does.
face. Like,
Nervous. All right. You know what?
He does it to his chin.
you
This is
know-
Scotty.
Yeah.
When he's nervous, he does a little bit of this.
He did.
No, I'm just
He
feeling
doesn't
my,
like period talk. Or
know
actually
what it's
blood
called?
talk.
When it's right before menopause, it's called perimenopause. And like you could be going through that for years where it's like, I feel like it's a trick. It's like you think you're going through it, but you're really not. But you're having all the things and the hot flag, and then it comes back, and then it's so ridiculous. And some women go through menopause very early, and some people go through it later. And my body, remember when I had my breast reduction?
Yeah.
That forced me into early perimenopause.
No kidding.
Really?
Yep.
Who knew?
I went to the doctor and I was like, I don't understand what's going on. And she tested a lot of things and she's like, it's so crazy that it happened right after your surgery. I'm like, I know.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy what things can do to your body.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
Really fascinating.
Fascinating.
Honestly, it's fact because I don't have those parts, so I don't know. It's probably much worse. Well, I know much worse for some people, right? Like Sam has debilitating cramps.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
You know?
And
I don't
I've
know
never had a cramp in my life, so it's
Wow.
a
Wow.
crash.
Deanna's over here like
I'm so jealous.
shocked.
I know. Diamond told me when we were talking about this, she told me she wanted to punch me in the stomach a few times just so that I could be
Is
on
that
the
what it
same
feels
page.
like?
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's literally the worst thing ever.
Is
Like
it
it
like getting
feels
hit
like
in the
someone's
balls?
taking what?
It's like getting hit in the balls.
How would I know?
How would she
doesn't
know
have
that? She doesn't have balls.
It feels like someone's taking your organs and like wringing them out like a towel.
Oh,
And
God.
also like throbbing down there. It's just a lot.
Does it just come on all of a sudden, or like do you know it's coming? Like
Well, like usually my
Like, could you
period's
just be
regular, but it's
standing?
not since COVID. Yeah, you just like like the week before, I usually start getting cramps, and then it's bad for the first 2 days, and then it stops.
And does it last all day for 2 days, or is it like on and off, on and off?
Yeah, it's like on and off. Like the
used
first
to
day is
have
like
a
usually all
friend-
day, but
Can you
One of
take
my
anything
best
for
friends
that?
wouldn't get out of
Midol.
bed for a week.
Midol doesn't work.
wow.
Yeah.
I took a Midol for a headache once. It vanished.
Is that-
Absolutely
thing.
Is that why
vanished.
women are always saying, be thankful you're a guy. You don't have to deal with this stuff.
I mean, there are multiple reasons women say that.
I don't think that's the only reason.
You
No.
get paid a lot more than us too. Not around here.
Oh,
but
just got cut off again. Imagine that.
not around here.
What
but
did you say? Well, repeat that, Gandhi, because we missed it.
The period police censored you.
said men get paid a lot more than women do.
Oh, I think
Yep.
Once again, government interjecting on that
That's
does not
actually
like that
iHeart.
comment.
That's
You
actually
keep
iHeart shutting her
freezing.
down.
You keep freezing.
Women get paid 76 cents to the dollar for men.
Okay, we
Did
heard
that
it
make
that
it through?
time.
Okay.
We got it. We made it through.
Got through.
The government was trying to shut her up.
But except for here, that doesn't.
Man, the
That
man
doesn't-
was shutting it down.
That doesn't work here. So,
Most
Yeah.
places it does.
It's always Big Brother. It's never Big Sister watching you.
Exactly.
They don't want to know that they're getting paid more.
That's right. We'll just mess up with that connection. All right, are we done for the day?
I think we're finished.
Yeah.
we can be.
Are we going to put a period at the end?
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
See what you did there.